Have you ever wanted to create your own handicapping dream team? You can now build your own superstar handicapping lineup using our Pick Your Team program at both wagertalk.com and sportsmemo.com. Even more exciting, until Sunday, January 16th at midnight, you can save 15% off your Pick Your Team using coupon code PYT15 when checking out. Dave Koken, Marco D'Angelo, and Ralph Michaels, John Ryan, Joseph D'Amico, and Rocket Man. The combinations are endless, and you can choose up to 5 handicappers. You start saving once you choose any 2 handicappers of your choice, and you can pay as little as under $6 per handicapper. Who will make your dream lineup? Just go to Wager Talk or Sports Memo, click Pick Your Team, and personally hand select your handicapping roster. Don't forget, coupon code PYT15 will expire January 16th, so make sure to get your 15% discount.
Welcome, everyone. This is the Wednesday edition of the NBA Triple Double Show, powered by the Predictive Playbook and presented by SportsMemo TV. And I have you more than covered this time. You get to listen to 2 voices instead of 1. Welcome back to Ronald Cabang, my co-host here, who is successfully overcoming the COVID-19 virus. So it's great to have you back, Ronald. And we're going to get right to it here. We're looking at the game with the San Antonio Spurs taking on the Boston Celtics. The Spurs are on the road here. They're 14-22 overall. The Celtics are also a losing record team, 10th place in the Eastern Conference. 19-17-1 push against the number. The Spurs are 20-16 against the number. The Spurs play at one of the fastest rates based on field goals attempted, but it doesn't seem to be working, does it, Ronald? Where do you see the best bet in this one?
Yeah, I know. I'm looking at the side on this one. The Spurs, they should get DeJounte Murray back tonight, which will be a big boost. He did sit out yesterday's game because of conditioning after COVID, though. And and this is the Spurs' second game of back-to-back road games. So fatigue still might be an issue for the Spurs here. They'll also still be without Lonnie Walker and Doug McDermott tonight, who are double-digit scorers for the team. The Celtics, they should be well rested. They haven't played since Sunday when they beat the Magic in OT. The Celtics, they're also top 10 in defensive rating this season, and they're finally getting healthy too. I believe only Aaron Nesmith is left on the health and protocol list. Everybody else is either back or possibly game time decision. I think rest and defense here will be the key to this game, and the Celtics have the advantage in both of those situations, in both of those spots right now. This is also a revenge spot for the Celtics. The Spurs beat them in San Antonio in November, 96-88. I think the Celtics can take this one by double digits. And I have a trend. It might be a little long-winded, but a non-divisional matchups, where rested teams with a record of 500 or less are facing opponents on second of back-to-back games that isn't home. So it could be road, home, or home road. So there's travel involved in that back-to-back. Those teams are 30, 15, and 2 against the spread so far this season, and that backs the Celtics.
That's awesome stuff, Ronald. You know I love those angles that you and I put together. They're awesome, and that one's hitting 67% winners and supports Boston. I'm in agreement with you. I'm looking at the 76ers on the road against the Orlando Magic, who, based on the metrics, you can make a case is probably one of the worst teams in the league. They rank 28th in the league, scoring 101.8 points per game. The Sixers are averaging 106.8, ranks 22nd in the association, but it doesn't really reflect where the team is right now. They went through a gauntlet with the COVID, like many other teams did, but they seem to have a much bigger problem because they also had injuries that sidelined players as well. What I do like about the Sixers is their defensive presence, and that has only gotten better in recent weeks with the return of Joel Embiid and Tobias Harris and the rest of the cast that was on COVID-19. So they rank 10th, allowing 106.1. Orlando is 25th, allowing 111.4. In field goals attempted per game, when Embiid's in the lineup, they're the second slowest paced team in the league. However, I think they will pick up the pace tonight against the Magic, who, their defense is just not that good. It reminds me of kind of when the Lakers play defense. It's kind of like, we're just going to try to outscore you, and if we don't, no big deal. But the free throw percentage for the Sixers is number one in the association at 82%. I think the Sixers will get to the line quite a bit tonight, and I'm taking the over in this game, Ronald. And it's backed by another one of those angles. We're going to play over with teams with a total greater than or equal to 210 points, with a team like Philadelphia that has gone over the total by more than 24 points in their previous game. And with the game taking place in January, and January is a transitional month in my opinion. You go from the first couple months, and now it starts to get progressively more and more serious with the playoff contenders like the Sixers are. That over has gone 105 wins, 50 losses, 2 pushes over the last 5 seasons for 68% winners. I am on the over. Philadelphia, Orlando Magic tonight. And our last game here that Ronald's going to break down is the Golden State Warriors. And I always like talking about the Warriors because I'm just waiting for that day that Klay Thompson comes back. And I don't know if you saw the video or not, Ronald, but Klay Thompson was doing drills, and it was to take 25 three-point shots from the corner. Well, 24 of them went in. The last one did not. And sometimes the net was not even moving. So I started thinking, like, if I'm an opposing team, would I really want to play these guys?
Yeah.
But they're going up against the Dallas Mavericks on the road. The Mavericks had their injury problems as well. They're 19 and 18 on the season, and basically even 18-19 against the spread too. 29-7 are the Warriors, 22-12-2. And the under, surprisingly with the Warriors, is 22-13 on the season. Where's the best bet in this one, Ronald?
Yeah, I'm looking at the side here again. The Warriors, they're on a 2-game win streak after they had a postponed game versus the Nuggets. This is going to be the front end of back-to-back road games for them too. The Mavs, they're on a 3-game win streak, and it's Luka's second game back in the lineup. But Porzingis will be a key player that who's missing tonight for them. Their offensive rating actually takes a dip when he's out of the lineup. It's 113.2 with him, but 103.1 without. And that's not a good thing when facing the number one defensive rated team in the league, through the season so far. You mentioned, how well they've been doing with the under, and it really has to do with their defense. Another thing on the Mavs side, their defensive rating does slightly get better without Porzingis in the lineup too. So that's something that's a positive on their end. And as you mentioned, we're kind of waiting on Klay to come in. The Warriors, they're really nearing full strength, and they're tweaking their lineup a bit to prepare for the changes. But their offense is still kicking, and their defense continues to be solid. I think the Warriors take this one on the road and cover the spread. A quick in-season trend to back this up: the Mavs are 0-7 straight up and 1-5-1 against the spread as dogs following a win this season.
It's good stuff. I like the side too. And by the way, folks, I didn't mention our record is now 30-11 against the spread. I managed to hold up the ship, much to my surprise, Ronald. But I'm glad that I think every one I did was 2-1 on those 3 shows. So most importantly, I'm glad that you're back, and it's nice. It's a much better show when you're the co-host with me. It's a lot more fun than just hearing myself speak.
Yeah,
so I'm glad that you're.
I was missing out a lot. Every time I watch one of your shows that you did alone, kind of gave me some push to get through it, so I can get back to the shows and really.
I love it.
Man, it was really tough to cap games with COVID. It really clouds your brain, and it was a tough a week and a half. I think it was a long bout. And I still have some congestion and headaches and stuff, but doing a lot better now.
Yeah, and that's the good news. It's great to have you back on. So that'll do it for this edition of the NBA Triple Double Show. And take a moment to subscribe. It only takes you like 3 seconds. I actually timed it. You subscribe, you hammer the bell, and you'll never miss another show. And you want to make sure you get these shows because we are 30-11 for 73% winners over the last 14 shows. So we'll see you again tomorrow. I'll be doing a solo edition of the Triple Double with one specific play for you. And then Friday, we're back with Ronald once again. So until then, always remember that with your head, not over it, and may all the wins be yours.